Let's do a fast and easy, warm winter autumn makeup look. First, I'm starting out with some eye cream to help depuff my eyes and get rid of any fine lines. Next, for some lip moisturizer, I'm just using a lip mask that I really love that's super emollient. Now in this look, I'm not going to use a foundation. What this is a glow primer by e.l.f. And I'm using this for just a sheer amount of coverage to add some sheen to my skin. And I'm going to be using a powder foundation over top of this beautiful primer to make a satin finish. I'm using a synthetic brush here to make sure that all of the product gets spread over my skin evenly. And next onto a creamy concealer. Notice this creamy concealer I'm putting on a very thin layer, and the concealer is only one shade lighter than my natural skin tone. I'm putting it only in the spots where I need it on the outer corner and the inner corner of my eyes, on both eyes, and then I'm patting it out with my ring finger to just melt the product in seamlessly with my skin. Because my eyelids tend to get oily in the middle of the day, I like to use an eyelid primer. This one is just a neutral colored eyelid primer that helps to keep the eyeshadow from creasing. The eyeshadow that I'm using is a matte color, very close to my own skin tone, maybe a shade darker, and I'm using a really fluffy brush to make sure that that gets blended in really well. This next shade is a really warm brown or burnt orange eyeshadow that I'm sweeping across the bottom part of my crease almost onto my lid, and I am blending it upward and outward with a big fluffy brush. I like to take the same fluffy brush with a little bit of the warm brown or burnt orange color and sweep a little bit of that shade underneath my bottom eyelashes. To create some depth and some thickness in my lash line, I'm taking a waterproof eyeliner pencil and smudging it into my upper waterlines really close to the roots of my upper eyelashes. Don't worry about being a little messy with this step. We're going to be smudging a dark brown eyeshadow across the upper lash lines as our next step. So here I'm taking a flat eyeliner brush and I am smudging a dark chocolate brown eyeshadow across my upper lash lines first, really close to my lashes, and then I'm winging out the corners of my eyes just a bit. I'm using a Q-tip to smudge out and to clean up that shape. The powder foundation I'm using in this next step does not dry my skin out whatsoever, and when I put it over that primer, it creates a really gorgeous satin finish. So I'm taking this powder foundation and I'm literally putting it over all the extra shiny places on my skin and any place that needs a little bit of extra coverage. I love using bronzer to create dimension in my face, not to contour. So here you see me putting bronzer on my cheekbones, right onto my cheekbones with a super fluffy brush to ensure beautiful blending. I'm using a sheer peachy pink blush high up on my cheekbones with placement, making sure that I blend it out super well. I'm using very black tubing mascara, and this is a drugstore brand that I really love. I first put on one coat of mascara, allow that to dry a bit, then put on a second coat. This technique for me works better than using eyelash curlers if I'm not in the mood to use a waterproof mascara afterwards. Here I'm using a tinted pressed powder on a super fluffy brush to blend in that top section of my eyeshadow and giving my eyebrows a brush up. And this is all I'm going to do to my eyebrows. I'm using that same tinted pressed powder in the shiny parts of my skin. And then I'm going to add a liquid lipstick that I'm going to add a very sheer layer of and use my finger to blend out. Here's that second coat of mascara. And after the liquid lipstick has completed drying, I'm putting a lip gloss directly over it. So this lip gloss actually is on the other end of the liquid lipstick and it looks great together as a combo. For my last and final step, I'm using a loose powder just in the shiny parts of my face. And if you have dry skin or if you don't get very shiny, you can totally skip this step. There you have it, a quick and easy autumn winter look. Let me know if you give it a try and how you like it.